Well, it has been a journey. It has been, I don't even have the words to form everything that's been going on. Um, but we've been trying this new thing where, whenever I feel something or I need to get my thoughts out as they happen. And so my thoughts and my moments and my pain is usually worse at night, which is why I don't sleep. I've been trying to figure out how to explain everything that's going on to where the average human would understand, but I still haven't quite figured that out. I am in a process of starting, trying to write a book, start a podcast, go nationwide with what's happening because it's so rare. And I'm just kind of over it trying to explain to everybody what is happening. Because even if I gave you the exact words of what's going on with me and what happens and what is this, like what is this here and what is this on my belly, or why is this surgery happening, that surgery, I can't really explain it. I can't explain it in my term. I understand it. I get it. Hey, Melody, thank you. But I am going through the hardest battle I think I've ever had to face. And the battle that I'm struggling with the most is accepting that I'm no longer who I used to be. I'm okay with being sick. I'm okay with going through my episodes. I'm okay with being fine 1 minute and then crashing the next minute. But what I'm not okay with, that I think the people around me need to understand, is I'm not okay. Not because of the pain and the appointments and the surgeries and the diagnosis. I'm not okay because I've lost sight of who I am and who I used to be. So this is me restarting this journey, sharing my story. We took a break from, sharing what was going on in detail because we wanted something bigger. I feel like my purpose is so much bigger than me. We've been trying to work through it. I've decided to write a book. I've decided to go and do podcasts. I will go to talk shows. I will go to news stations, whatever I need to do to get my story out there, because unfortunately what is happening to me, I pray to God it happens to nobody else, because this is a living hell. When you see me, I'll look fine most of the time. If you don't see me, then my real bad days. But I'm homebound 90% of the time now because I get anxiety just stepping outside to go do something. And that's not the way anybody should have to live, And if you know me from my past, you know that I was active, on the go, hands-on with everything. Super mom, super wife, super friend, super daughter. And now I wake up most days not even caring what happens to me or the kids or my husband. And I damn sure don't have the capacity to worry about anything outside the house. And that's not me. I'm a planner. I am an overthinker. I'm OCD. I have to have a plan with everything that I do. And so many people, message me here and there. They text me. They'll send me messages. Even people I haven't talked to in years, would say, hey, you on my heart today. So I wanted to reach out. But thank you, Susan. But every day something happens to remind me that I'm no longer who I used to be. And I don't think that's one part that I'll ever be able to accept. I did learn that at first talking about it overwhelmed me, because I would get 1,000 inboxes, texts and calls asking what is wrong, what's your diagnosis, what's this and what's that. Well, I plan on doing more videos like this and saying whatever is on my mind at that moment, because in the morning I may wake up and not even remember that I made this video right now. That is how bad my memory is getting affected. I will wake up tomorrow, see this video on here and be like, when did I make that? And we don't understand why. So it's mainly my short-term memory that is affected. So I'll write down everything. I love you too, Susan. Thank you. But this battle is by far the hardest one I've been through. And I've had 4 kids. I've had multiple surgeries. I've lost kids. I've been pregnant 7 times with only 4 kids that survived. I've been through a lot. But what I'm dealing with right now is literally I'm just ready to give up. I'm tired. I'm over the pain, the trying to figure out how to get through each day. I'm just tired. So I find myself angry a lot. And I mean a lot. I am angry probably 80% of the week. So to my friends, to my family, to those who do reach out to message me and ask me how I'm doing, I need you to understand that I am not intentionally not being what you expect me to be. I don't even know who I am right now. I just know that I get up, I make sure my kids get out the door for school, if I do that. Most mornings I don't even get up out the bed to go do that. They do it themselves, or he does it. And that is the only thing I can say I'm thankful for. I'm thankful that my husband is who he is and so supportive in everything that's going on, because last week alone, I had to go through an MRI of my brain. I had to get a CT scan of my insides. And then I had to turn around and do a skin biopsy. I don't know if you can see it right now, but I have stitches in my shoulder. They had to biopsy my shoulder where the tumor was removed a couple years ago to see if it was back, right? Well, I'm waiting for those results. And then I have to go to the knee doctor where my very first tumor was removed to see if it's back. Because now that we live in a house that's 2-story, I'm constantly going up and down the stairs to where now I realize I've been ignoring that pain for so long. But my whole point of this video is just, my friend told me to journal how I feel every single day, but unfortunately, I don't even have the capacity to write. I don't have the energy to write. I don't have the patience to write. I don't care. I don't care about anything or really anybody at the moment. And to so many people, they may see that as selfish or whatever. And it's not intentional. It's just I'm really struggling day to day to be here. I go to bed every single night telling my husband and my kids that I am perfectly fine if I don't wake up tomorrow. Now, this video here is not, I do not want anybody's empathy. I have been dealing with this so bad since June 5th, 2020. And the closer we get to that day, the more my anxiety is taking over. I am not sleeping at night. I'm having 10 to 12 anxiety attacks at night. And I know it's so many people want questions and answers on what's happening, what's going on. And every time I find the courage to make the video and break down every single thing that's going on, I just can't ever finish because I get overwhelmed in feelings, and thankfully, I have a support system, but even having a support system, nobody, and I mean nobody, can feel what I feel. If you live in my household or you're around me a lot, you can see the change. You can see how it's affecting me, how I could be sitting here laughing and talking with y'all right now, and then all of a sudden, my numbers will drop. I'll start to have tremors. I could easily pass out. I don't drive anymore. I've lost my sense of independence. And it's not fair. It's not fair. And so many people on social media are so quick to judge you. You're putting your business out there. You're doing this and you're doing that. Well, I'm here to tell you, I don't give a damn about how anybody feels about what I decide to share about my life. Me talking about it is what's helping me get through it. And so I stopped talking about it because people literally was making me feel bad for sharing my story, telling me that I'm looking for empathy. I want this, and I don't want anything from anybody. There's nothing nobody out there can do for me but God himself. Not my husband, not my kids, and damn sure none of the friends and family can do nothing for me to fix this. I'm not asking anybody to fix this. I am just simply asking for support. All my life, most of my life, adult life, I've been told, you don't ask for help. You don't do this. You think you can do it all your own. No. Since August of last year, when we came out publicly about what's going on, I have made it clear over and over and over again that all I need is you to be there. Be there. That's it. There is nothing else you can do for me. Be there. I have one friend that texts me every single day, and it's an inside thing, but she texts bing bong. I don't care what mood I'm in. When I get that bing bong text, I can be in the middle of crying. I could be in recovery from a surgery. It brings a smile to my face because she's there. That's our own little communication thing. It's the same way we have to greet each other. And then me, I'm sitting over here. I'm used to being. Thank you, Melody. And I'm sitting over here, with my husband and my kids, who this man works all night at General Motors, comes home, take the kids to school, make sure I'm good, barely get sleep, takes me to my appointments because I won't drive. And I'm over here, like now, the kids are sleeping upstairs, he's at work, and all I can do is sit here. Most nights I sit here and cry. I usually sit here and cry because I feel like a complete failure, a complete burden to my family. Thank you, Tippy. And I'm so tired of crying. So when I cry, it's not because of the pain. It's just because there's nothing I can do about it. So these last 2 weeks have been really, really, really hard. But thankfully, I have a support system that I was able to turn to for the help, because I did have suicidal thoughts. I did have, I'm over it. I have sat down with my husband. We have went over my final plans. If anything happens to me, I sat down my daughters one by one, had a talk with them, asked them, how is this affecting them? Because us as parents, we forget that these kids need us. These kids look to us to guide them. And I can say I've been absent. I can't even tell you what's going on with their school, their grades, or anything, because I'm so consumed with my doctor's appointments and feeling sick that I don't have the energy for anything else, really. Thank you so much, guys. It's like, I just wish I could put a camera on my life 24/7, literally. I wish I can bring you into my life 24/7, and you guys will be like, how the hell is this girl functioning? Literally functioning. Saturday, I had an episode. I was sitting downstairs with the two oldest girls putting together furniture, and I felt what I call fine. I'm never okay, so you don't ever have to ask me if I'm okay, because I'm never okay. Even when I'm smiling and laughing and dancing, I am not okay. I am in pain. But I have become accustomed to the pain that I live in every day, that I just deal with it. Thank you guys so much for the prayers. I promise you they do not go unnoticed. But I was sitting on the floor putting chairs together with her, and my levels dropped like this. The tremor started, hot, lightheaded, dizziness. If I didn't get it up within a few minutes, I have to do an injection and get to the ER within 15 minutes. The problem with that is I'm not going to no ER. Why? Because if they do not properly know how to treat my condition, it can turn fatal. So I'd rather be at home with my husband and kids who know how to handle it. I couldn't throw a ripple if I wanted to. I could probably halfway do it. A sit down one, yeah. But, and it's something like that right there means so much to me, y'all. Y'all know dancing is everything to me. From TikToks to dance line in high school. I've been dancing since I was like 3. And I only had the energy to, when I get through making TikToks with these damn kids and myself, I be having to sit down and take a whole break, drink some water, recuperate. But I know it's so many people out there that wants to know that's going on. And I'm deciding to speak up and share my story again, because unfortunately we've been handed with 3 options for me, and none of them are good. But I have to start with one of them. I have to, for my kids, at least try. With the first one, I am not happy. I told my kids and my husband that if I did it, I'd rather die. I'd rather die than go through what they're asking me to go through. But when I look at my kids, when I look at him, when I see Pootie running up and down the stairs in the house and Layla practicing her gymnastics, I'm thinking how selfish would be that would be of me to leave them because I didn't try enough or I gave up too soon. But I am ready to give up. I'm ready to give up because this shit is exhausting. It's not fun. It's not okay. And everybody always asks, what can we do to help? Really just be there. Be there. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how to tell you to help me because I've never been through something as bad as this. Right now, my biggest problem is seeing the strain that it's putting on my husband. He has to be strong for me, strong for these kids, go work at General Motors, bust his ass. And I'm trying to think, when does he have time to process his feelings? And that is why I am telling my story, Sharika. I have decided to start telling it again. The hell with people's thoughts and judgments on what I share, what I don't share. I'm an open book. Hell, half of the world knows that I have a girlfriend and a husband. I'm very transparent. I don't hide anything. I don't hide it from my kids. I don't hide it from anybody. I don't care about the judgments or whatever it is you got to say. We made it to 19 years for a reason, but right now, my focus is, and you're right, Tippy, I always say what I can't do, and I've made it through, but this one, I don't know. I don't know if I want to. That's the problem that I'm having. I literally have sat with my husband. We went over my plans, what I want, and I am just tired. No, I don't feel like I'm in danger. I'm not going to harm myself. I have a support system to call at any moment if I have one of those moments. But I am praying that I can find the courage to give y'all the full story. But I think even if I gave it to you, you still would know what I'm talking about. Hell, I don't even know what I'm talking about. 90% of the things that's wrong with me are so rare that only 1 to 3% of the people in the world get it. And it makes it complicated because you got one medicine you need for your heart, but then you got one medicine you need for, like, my glucose. The 2 and 2 can't be taken at the same time. So I'm left deciding, do I take my heart medicine or do I take the medicine to help control my glucose? And it's like, wait a minute. It's like every option you guys are giving me is just maintaining me until I die. And it's like, I'm speaking out now because, unfortunately, we have been brought to the realization that regardless of what option I go with, may not turn out good. I could very well not wake up. And crazy thing about it, I'm not even sad about it. I'm not sad. I'm numb to it. You know, I'm just simply worried about my kids and my husband, making sure they are treated the way they need to be treated if something was to happen to me. And I've been speaking life into the situation. I have truly been trying, y'all. But your girl is tired. If it wasn't for them damn kids upstairs pulling me up, literally my daughter just left out of here, the oldest one. She comes in here every single night and checks to see if I'm okay. Hey, you okay in there, mama? You up? They have to come in to make sure I'm breathing. If I get quiet too long, they come in to see if I'm okay or if I'm having an episode. Like, who the hell wants to live like that? He's at work at nighttime and he's calling to see if I'm okay or checking the cameras to see if I'm moving or like, do you know how that feels? You know how that feels to not be able to get in your car and drive yourself? I did everything myself. I drove out of town. I did everything, guys. Y'all know who I used to be. Did you just call her patty cake? Oh my God. Girl, she is going to be 15 years old. She probably don't even remember us calling her patty cake. But, y'all, so many people, and it's funny because one of my doctors said this too, my cardiologist. She said, Miss Gafford, when we look at you, you'll never know that you're sick. But we know that you're sick because, of course, she's my doctor. They see it inside of me. Thank you so much for the prayers. And when you look at me, I don't. They don't. I can literally get up right now. If my daughter walk in here right now and say, Mom, I want to make a TikTok right quick before I go to bed, Mama gonna get up and make that TikTok, regardless of how she feels. But I'm here today to say that I am not okay. I don't care how much I smile, how much I dance, how much I post funny things. That all is just shielding my pain that I'm dealing with every single day. And it's so hard. I am losing my way with all of this. And they say death brings you closer to the people that matters to you most. And unfortunately, in my case, that's not what's happening. But I am thankful for the people that's been there, who is here every day, you know, checking on me or sending a text. I don't care if it's a simple text. I don't care if it's a simple prayer. And that's what I'm praying for, Key. You know, every time I go to the doctor, it's something new. And it's like, I've been trying to figure out how to put together my story so I can show y'all pictures of what's happening, show y'all the changes it makes to my skin. Like somebody asked me the other day, what was this? This is a heart monitor. So it's monitoring my heart because I go through tachycardia, NSVTs, all of that. So the doctor's able to see my heart rate at all times. And if it gets too crazy, too high or too low or anything weird, they call you and tell you, hey, what's going on? What were you doing at this time? That's sitting here alone. Sitting here alone, this is just nighttime. All this is just nighttime medicine, y'all. Like, I'm about to dump all this shit in trash, pray, and leave it to God. Because I am so fucking tired. Like, I know my husband and kids hate when I say this. I know that my friends and family that I talk to daily hate when I say this. But if I do not wake up in the morning, I am perfectly fine. Whoever is watching this, whoever shares it, it will be here on social media for the world to see that Mel gave it her all. I gave it my all. And don't get me wrong, I am hoping to live to see 90. My kids have babies so I can spoil them grandbabies and great-grandbabies. But I have to face the reality. And that's the one thing a lot of people don't like about me that's around, is that I'm okay with my reality. I've been asking, why me, God? Why me? Why me? And I feel like my purpose is to sacrifice myself to save somebody else. There are so many things I can tell y'all about what's happening. Love you too, Tim. There are so many things that's happening in my life right now that if I was to tell you, I could probably save so many people the headache of the shit that I've been through. Right now, I am in a battle of two of my doctors, literally going head in head, because one doesn't agree with the surgery, one does. And the only way I can get it fixed is if this surgery fixed what was, I'm not going to say messed up. It just should have never been done in my case. So just imagine that. Imagine you got doctors going back and forth. I have a total of 31 doctors here in the DFW area. And then I have 5 doctors in Rochester, Minnesota at Mayo Clinic. Everybody knows Mayo Clinic is the top hospital. And even then, I'm not getting better. My memory, my vision, the abdominal pain, the surgeries, the tumors. I am tired, okay? Like, I'm so ready to be at peace that it is what it is. I ain't gonna lie to you. But until then, I'm going to keep being a mom. I'm going to keep making these memories and TikToks with these kids. I'm going to keep running my business the best that I can. Thankfully, my husband and kids have been handling that. And I'm going to try. So if you're here today, I'm at least going to try. You can come back to this video and say, well, on this day, May 18th, 11:16 p.m., Mel did say she gonna keep trying. But y'all, I'm tired. I'm tired and I'm ready. I'm definitely ready to go. I don't want to do this life anymore. I can't. It's exhausting. It's tiring. I'm tired of seeing the burden that is bringing on my husband, having to work, take care of the kids, drive here, take me to this appointment, watch me go through surgeries, watch me go through my pain, missing work so he can be home with me, which is going to eventually just drain us dry. We can't do that. We got so much stuff going on. We got kids to take care of, you know? And I feel so bad because though I have an amazing relationship with my kids, I'm not as connected and in tune with them as I used to be because I only have the energy for me. And I feel selfish saying that, but no matter how hard I try, that's all I have energy for. But I come on here tonight to say this, you know, thank you guys who are out there praying for us. Even if we don't talk every day, even if you don't even know me, those prayers is what's keeping me together, because if it was left up to me, I wouldn't be here. I would definitely say I'm ready to go. So I'm just going to take it one day at a time. And I hope for the best whenever my next procedure is June 2nd. And then I don't know what would happen from there, because the next one would determine on when the next one would happen. But I'm about to get ready to go through 3 surgeries, and they all can end bad. And I'm just like, what do you do? Do I continue to live the way that I am living now and just be sick and live the best life I can with the time that I have? Or do I try and do the surgeries and go through that pain and that recovery? Thank you, Melanie. I don't know what to do. So when you see me and you ask me if I'm okay, I am going to always tell you yes. It's a lie, but I'm going to always tell you yes, because that is what I want to be. I want to be okay, but I'm not okay. My kids are not okay. My husband is not okay. You know, I sat my 14-year-old down the other day and I asked her, I said, how do you feel? Because she's like the mini mom. So every night she comes down and check on me. Every morning she wakes up, she comes down to make sure I'm right. And she hugs me. She asks me how I feel when she comes home from school. You know, she makes sure I have what I need. It shouldn't be that way. She's 14. She should be living her teenage life, getting ready to go off into high school and be free. But I sat her down the other day and I asked her, I said, how do you feel about everything that's going on? Because obviously she sees that I'm getting worse. I said, how do you feel? She said, well, I'm just trying to accept it. I'm just trying to understand it. Because obviously I don't want anything to happen to you, but I see that it's changing you. So like, it's hard. You know, it's hard. And I'm just going to keep trying to fight. And I'm just going to keep trying to do this. And we'll see where this go. We'll see where this go. Like I said, I am not okay. No matter how much I smile, how much I dance, I am not okay. I usually save my moments and my breakdowns when I'm alone. Like now, the whole house is asleep. He's at work. And that's what's hard. Not knowing what's next, what to expect next. But I'm hoping that God allows me to see. Hell, I'll take 40. I'll take 40. But I would really like to see 50, 60, 70, see my grandkids be born, be there for my kids, because nobody's going to love my kids like I do. And you're right, Key. I'm not okay. And I know it's okay not to be okay. But this is, come on now. This is coming from somebody you know used to be Superwoman. There was no stopping me. I was up at 5 in the morning, going to sleep 5 the next day. Now I struggle to just get out the bed. Get out the bed every day. Eat. Drink. Hell, cook. I barely cook. Maybe once a week. But even that's a task. But eventually I will. I've been making my notes to make a video to put on the YouTube to really explain every single thing that's going on. And by me doing that, I am hoping somebody will see the video and can help us put this puzzle together, because it's not one diagnosis. It's about 20. And then some of those are so rare and unknown, even the doctors don't know what to do to fix it. One of my biggest issues right now, besides my memory, is everybody know I had a tummy tuck back in August, right? I don't have any problems with it or any complications. But since about December or January, my abdominal swells as though I am 5 months pregnant. It is not the tummy tuck. Tummy tuck would great. But it's something with my intestinals and my insides are getting so inflamed, it pushes out. So if you see me and be like, I thought she had a tummy tuck. I did. But there's something going on in the inside that is pushing everything out. Literally, it's painful. You can tell when it's swollen. It sucks. But I mean, I'm just tired. I'm tired and I'm just hoping that tomorrow is a better day or the next day is a better day. I'm waiting for that light at the end of the tunnel to show again. I got 4 beautiful kids upstairs that I'm not ready to leave. And you know what? It's crazy because they say when you get sick or you die, you'll find out who really cares about you. Well, I have. But it's okay because I got my husband, I got my kids, and I got God himself. And I'm forever thankful for those that have been there for me. Whether it's a simple prayer, whether it's an inbox, a text message, I am here. And that is what's getting me through the day, each day, is those random text messages and check-ins from my friends. But I'm going to end here because I feel myself getting all emotional and crying and all of that. But I have to start documenting how I feel and my thoughts because I'm a firm believer that that time is coming. Because I'm only getting sicker. Things are only getting worse. And when I go, I want to say I left my mark. I want to say I made a difference some kind of way. But hopefully I can get my book finished before that happens. The name of my book will be called See Me, Hear Me, Patient Advocacy. Telling my stories, telling people how you have to stand up for yourself because these doctors will try to tell you what. Okay, I'll give it to you, Keith. Send me an inbox. It's still the same number shit. I mean, for like 10 years. But, see, I just forgot what I was about to say. And it happens a lot. I don't even know what I was saying, guys, but, it gets hard. I get tired. And I'm just praying soon that a miracle will happen and this is just a nightmare or a dream or something and I wake up and everything is fine. Oh yeah, about my book. See? Yes, it's going to be called See Me, Hear Me, Patient Advocacy. And so it's actually a movement I'm trying to start. So like when you see my posts on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and you see me use those hashtags, See Me, Hear Me, that is what I'm referring to. I have been through so much in the medical field where I want to speak about the good, the bad, how some of the situations that I'm in right now is because the doctors wanted me to wait and see how it worked out. And here I am now paying for it while they're at home, resting, sitting on their banks of money, or like how, if y'all remember when Jason was born, they was telling me he was deaf and he needed hearing aids. And I had to advocate for my son. I'm like, no, this boy not deaf. Like, this ain't right. I want a second opinion. And y'all see him now, right? Don't sit his ass down. Can hear very clear and can speak very well and won't ever stop. I won't be surprised if he don't run in here in a minute. And so my story, my book is going to blow y'all mind. I just have to find energy to start. I think I probably started with 1 paragraph so far, y'all. Because I have so many scenarios to give you guys on how, just something as simple as how when you go into the office for your doctor's appointments and they be like, hey, you got a copay that's due. And I'd be like, no, I don't. We have the best insurance. I want to say we have the best insurance in the world with General Motors. We pay nothing. We don't have a co-insurance. We don't have a co-deductible. We don't have none of that. The most we'll pay is our $25 copay for medical. So when I go into the office, they be like, "Oh, you got $500 and some dollars due." I'm like, "No, ma'am. You got the right game, wrong person. I know my insurance like the back of my hand." So my book would not only be about my stories of what I'm personally going through, but also situations with knowing how to speak up for yourself as a patient. I have lost a friend because the doctors did not listen. They try to brush you off, throw meds your way instead of actually seeing you as a patient. Instead, they see us as a textbook, something they learn in college. Oh, well, that's not usual. Let me tell you something. Every time the doctor has told me what's happening to me is rare or it doesn't happen, guess what? It happens. From the tumor that they cut out right here, I don't know if you can see it real good. From the tumor that got taken out of my knee, they always, yes, look at your policy. Know your insurance before they do. That one time they had to send me some money back, almost $2,500, because they didn't know what they were talking about. And I knew I was right. I don't pay nothing. I didn't pay for my breast reduction. I didn't pay for my tummy, none of that. That's how great our insurance is. But these offices will get over on you. You will have doctors doing unnecessary things just to make money. And don't get me wrong, most of my experiences with my doctors are great. But I've also had doctors that I fired. They work for us. They're supposed to fix us and treat us. But I feel like I'm just rambling. I just had to get on here and say this because I'm having a hard time tonight with the thought of everything, making a decision to move forward with the surgery, knowing that's not what I want, but I have to try for my kids. They asked me to try for them, so I would do it for them. But if you saw this, if you watch it later down the line, keep those prayers coming. And you can't fix me. So don't avoid me or not check on me because you feel like you can't fix it. I'm not looking for anybody to fix it. I just need to know that you're there. But I'm just in it there. I'm in it there. Feel free to reach out to me. You too, Key. Feel free to reach me out in text message, in inbox. Whatever it is you feel the need. But I hope everybody have a great Wednesday and count your blessings. Be thankful. When it seems bad, just know it can be worse. It really can get worse in a drop of a dime. Hey, Cree, it can get bad in a drop. Your life can change in a matter of heartbeats. June 5th, 2020 changed my life forever. And I have not been the same. And it doesn't like it's getting any better no time soon. So on that note, I'm going to head out because I feel myself getting all choked up and stuff. Thank you for tuning in. And whoever watches it later, if you have questions, I don't mind answering them. You never know. You can help me help myself. You probably can help me figure something out. I don't know. But if you know anybody out there with rare autoimmune issues, if you know anybody out there that has a rare form, I'm looking to connect with people who it's a rare form of psoriasis called SIBO psoriasis. It's very, very rare. It is not your typical psoriasis. I'm looking for people that knows and understands that. I'm looking to connect with people who understands Addison disease. I'm looking for people who understand autoimmune diseases. Rare issues, okay? Not your normal, but rare, okay? These folks want me to have a surgery that only 10 people in the world have had, and I would be number 11. Like, what do you do with that? But all I'm going to say is he picked me for a reason. And hopefully at the end of this, I'll have a hell of a testimony because your girl is tired. And I'm perfectly okay with going to bed and not waking back up. So y'all take care. I love each and every one of you guys. And I thank you all for tuning in.